Welcome back to The Pulse. The rest of our stories. 3 teacher unions have debunked assertions of fraud in the one teacher, one laptop deal after some teachers raised concerns about the policy. The Ghana National Association of Teachers, NAT, National Association of Graduate Teachers and Coalition of Concerned Teachers, Ghana, said there's no fishy deal in the contract they initiated, contrary to the speculations that monies are being deducted without providing the laptops. Addressing the media, the unions disclosed that after conceiving the idea and further engagement with the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service, an MOU was signed with all other processes undertaken by the government. President of NAGRAT, Angel Kabono, also indicates that no teacher's salary has been touched.
You appoint leaders because you repose in them some level of knowledge to be able to take decision on behalf of the collective. That is what leadership is. So when you take a loan, when you take an advance, definitely you pay an interest on that. In any case, like I said, what money was used to finance this is the professional development allowance. Now, this appeal that we are making, look, we are unions. We even wish government to say, looking at the situation, we have decided to absorb 100% of the cost and we'll be very happy. No teacher's salary is being touched. The professional development allowance has a specific purpose to aid the teacher in his or her professional development. And that was what was negotiated. Indeed, at the negotiation, government had wanted to ring-fence that amount of money and kept it with an institution, something the union leaders refused. And that it should go to the people. But whenever there is the need to use part of it to enhance the professional development as mandated by the new policy, that money will be used for that purpose. That is what the professional development allowance is.
President of NAGRAT, Mr. Angel Kabono, joins us via phone right now with more. Mr. Kabono, I'm grateful for your time this afternoon.
Voice is so low.
Mr. Kabono, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm asking why there's this assertion that there's fraud in this one. Have you not been open with this scheme?
Well, if you ask why there is an assertion, then that question will have to go to those who are asserting. Because we have first negotiated a professional allowance of 1,200 for teachers. There are conditions attached to the professional allowance. The professional allowance is not part of salary. It is not part of salary. It is meant to do specific things. The mistake we made was that we were able to tangle with government for the professional allowance. Instead of being kept in an account, we paid to teachers when maybe aspects have not been used. And let me give you an example. In 2020, last year, all teachers in this country were deducted 100 Ghana cedis for their allowances. This year, 26,000 teachers were deducted that 100 cedis for their allowances. So the Director General even indicated that there is a need for them to enumerate how this professional allowance was supposed to be used. But unions disagreed and monies were paid to teachers. It is out of that professional allowance that monies were taken for this laptop project. Now, nobody can show any evidence that there was something untoward and that there was some fraud or anything. It is a figment of people's imagination trying to create issues where there are no issues. So for me, if you ask me why people think that there is fraud, then you just have to go back to those people to prove to you where there is something untoward. But as far as we are concerned, we took the interest of the profession into consideration. We took the interest of the teacher into consideration. We realized that certain things that we're doing manually was unnecessarily becoming cumbersome, and we felt that the way to go is IT, and the amount of money we use would not be the salary of teachers, but their professional development allowance.
So what's the situation as we speak? I mean, do the teachers have the laptops now?
The laptop, as we speak, laptops are being distributed. I just got a call from Ashanti region where a teacher indicated that he's trying to get the lock-in code. And I said, look, he should relax. When the people get to his school, they'll help him to get the login. So distribution is going on. No teacher's money, no teacher whose money is being deducted will go without the laptop, because there is a check system that will ensure that every teacher will get his or her laptop. So distribution is going on. If they haven't gotten to your school yet, they definitely will get to your school.
Interesting. And of course, the reason I asked you that question is whether you've given them reason to actually think that there's anything fraudulent with the scheme.
We haven't given anybody any reason. They did not understand the calculations because they thought they were getting different figures. But that explanation was done adequately this morning at the press conference.
Okay, what's the explanation?
If the price of the laptop, the total price of the laptop is 1,550, and then the teachers would have come to 465. A loan component of 18.1 was taken from GESOP, and then that loan component raised the money to 549.16. Then there was a negotiation indicating that as at the time that the professional development allowance came, GESOP had not disbursed the total loan system. Therefore, it was unfair for government GESOP to slap the total interest component on the laptops. Based on that, the price of the laptop, the 30% component, came to 509 Ghana cedis, 0.55, and that was what was deducted from the teacher's salary. So for me, all these explanations were done and was given to them, and it is in our press statement that was read by us at the press conference. I do not know where the hula baloo is coming from. I do not know the reason for this noise. I do not know the reasons for this displeasure, and in fact, I am at a loss as to what is actually happening and where it is coming from.
Mr. Kabonu, how soon will the teachers get their laptops?
As I speak, almost 90% of senior high schools have almost gotten their laptops. The Ghana Education Service, from the information I gather, is organizing through district directors and regional directors as to how the basic schools, that is the primary schools and the JHS, will be giving their laptops. So, for me, I don't understand actually because if someone can prove that at the end of the distribution of the laptop, he or she did not get a laptop, then that is a different conversation that we can have.
I'm grateful for your time. Angel Kabonu is president of NAGRAT.